pretty good Orange Theory story.
That happened recently?
It's not large vaginas, funny, but it's, it's all right.
All right. What happened in Orange Theory?
I'm totally obsessed. I'm obsessed. First of all, it's
with Orange Theory.
Orange Theory is kicking my ass. It good for, like, it's got a pretty good little workout. It's pretty good. It is made for
how long
old
have you
people.
Been going now?
3 weeks.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
It's a bunch of middle-aged women. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Okay. That's how Peloton is too, and I get embarrassed every week on Peloton by like 60-year-old women who are killers. Killers.
Yeah, it's women anywhere from, now there's youngsters too, but for the most part, it is middle-aged women that and a couple of older guys, and it's
Please
anywhere
tell me
from,
you're
I would
there
say,
in geese, bro. Please tell me you show up in like your full like leotard,
like
geese,
challenge people to roll or something. Like let's roll, boy. No, we're not doing that. They've got like a specific workout. My wife does go with me, so she is probably the most uncoordinated weightlifter of all times. Like the poor instructor just has to. She's that one person that they have to correct the entire hour. That's her. Well, half hour.
Sometimes,
but it's
She does.
Otherwise, it's just a bunch of. Okay, look, it's a good workout. It's mainly women that go there, but there are some dudes that show up. And there's this one guy, and I'm totally obsessed with this guy. So he is a cool guy, but he's well over 40. He's got to be close to 50. He still is rocking the faux hawk with
yes.
And he's got, but like he didn't leave. Like
is it the short one? Like is this like a little like fin right here, or is it? Like
it's
the short.
Totally go business if you want. Yeah. And but it goes all the way back. Like the little curve in the back.
With your hairline now.
Yeah,
I can't, dude. If I do anything, like you'll see how far my hairline goes nowadays. Like I can't. Yeah, I'm barely making it nowadays, bro.
But he clearly has been cool his whole life. Good for him. I'm happy for him. He wears the ankle socks with the shorts with the like back in the 90s when it was cool. Like he's still rocking it. Good for him. I'm obsessed with him because he can't stop dancing during Orange Theory. So like they rock this like music and he's like while he's on the treadmill. It is. I cannot stop watching him. He is so amazing. He just shows up. He says nothing to nobody. He's totally cool. He gets on the treadmill and they're like you, I'm dying. I'm dying on the treadmill. I'm sweating. I've got the fan blowing on my face. This guy is fine. He is cool. He's fine. He's like, yeah.
Just dancing away, right?
That's
neat. The music is great. The music is good. Awesome.
I just can't stop watching the man. He's totally dancing. In the meantime, my wife is obsessed with this
Ryan
big lady.
is not a gym creep, y'all. I'm just throwing this out there. He's not a gym creep. He's just very observant. This is like the third episode.
Just me.
He's in the corner going.
I can't help myself.
He's just very observant. Oh my god!
I can't. My wife is.
I want to see you on a treadmill busting that out. By the way, I would like for our next promotional video. That's what we need to have. We need to have Ryan on a treadmill and his gi busted
terrible.
out. It's some music.
I'm terrible on a treadmill. I can't keep my balance. I'm all over the place. I think one leg may be longer than the other one. Like it's terrible. So
That's very possible.
My wife every single time we get back in the car because we go early in the morning. We get back in the car and she'll be like, "They're busy correcting me, but they didn't correct the big girl." And I'll be like, "What? What? I'm busy watching the dude." But she's like, "No. The big girl, she's terrible. She can't do a single thing. They corrected me like 5 times in the class. They won't correct the big girl." And I was like, "Well, like she's showing up. Like maybe they're just like, hey, she's showing up. Good for her. She's showing up." My wife can't. Like every single time, she'll be like, "There it is again. They corrected her. What? The bitch didn't get corrected again."
In the corner with like a notebook, like keeping tally.
I bet she does keep count.
Funny.
Yeah,
it's so funny. The lady came and corrected me. She's like, straighten your back, stick your ass out, or whatever that was. And I was like, oh, all right, I'll stick my ass out. That's fine. And I've got like, have you ever seen what is the cartoon with the propane guy? What is that one?
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
Come on, bro.
Seen
Yeah.
the episode where the dude needs like a butt implant? Like that's me. That's me. So they want me to stick my butt out, but like there's nothing there, and I'm like, I can't see.
Oh, you're not the only one. Look at that.
I can't see. Can't see it. Like I don't know if I'm sticking it out or not. Is it out? I don't know.
Hey, there was a time when Ryan was really proud of his butt. I mean, he was coming to work. He had the walk going on.
That,
he was
that
like,
was CrossFit, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was CrossFit when he was hitting them squats real hard.
Oh, my butt got huge. Yes, in CrossFit, my butt was huge. I don't know what happened. I'm doing CrossFit. You got this chick that's clearly on chalk, but I'm pretty sure it was steroids. And I was like, dude, like I can't fit in my pants.
Bro
immediately my butt went.
Did you have to jump? Did you jump up to zip up your pants?
Oh my god! No, he had to do that little wiggle.
Had to do that.
To get around the booty.
Yeah.
That's my
problem. He came to work, and we wore uniforms that were like the most square things. And Ryan literally was like, "Bro, is my butt sticking out right now?"
Check it out. What do you think?
What do you think? It's brand new. I got it from Target.
Hey, don't need a belt. What's up?
Oh my god! Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you there, brother. That just reminded me of that story.
You're good. Look. Orange Theory will never beat CrossFit. I have not. They not put me in a circle. I cannot check their vaginas out. I cannot. You know what I mean? Like without busting myself out. So
weird.
Just stare at the mirror.
So we're a believer in Orange Theory, though, right? No. I'm okay. Yeah. Anyways, so we're a believer in Orange Theory, right? Yeah.
Dude, it's a good workout. It's a good workout.
I'm trying to get him to come with me. He won't go.
It's a good workout.
I don't want to be the one of the three guys that show up.
But the dudes that do show up, besides myself, there's a cool guy. His name is Tuck, and then
which jog. He just ran to my house.
And then there's two bodybuilders that show up.
I got one bodybuilder.
The Cheese Bro goes.
Huge. Really?
Yeah, they both go.
And
okay, good for him.
Cheese Bro goes and
Coleman
goes.
These are friends of ours, by the way.
Okay, good.
So yeah, I told you guys last episode we talked about Orange Theory too, and my mom. It literally, I wish I had like before and after photos. It literally transformed.
She's the reason why I went. Thanks to your mom, by the way.
She's a killer. I honestly,
I love it.
If she became an instructor there, I wouldn't be surprised. She's never retired and lived did her thing, and now in retirement, man, she's just found her stride. She's in better shape than I think I've ever remembered her to be in, and it's all thanks to obviously her hard work and stuff. But Orange Theory.
Hold on, when you go to Orange Theory, how long are you in the red?
Me?
God, here we go.
Yeah.
Sometimes about a minute. I try not to get too much on the red. Mostly I'm in orange.
He's like,
start in the red.
In the red.
I live in the red, dude. I'm in the red the whole time. Terrible.
No.
I can't find the orange. It's gray, then red, then red.
It just skips the orange. It goes from blue.
No blue. There's no blue.
Just gray to
There's
red.
no green. It's gray. Like I showed up at 5 in the morning. I'm tired, and then red, and that's red the rest of the show.
Let's start the show.
Two guests on the show. We have Miss Letty Flores and Dustin Flores joining us for the show. There are some co-workers, or used to be. One is now of mine, friends of ours of the show. Me and Ryan know both of them. They are married and have a 3-year-old, but they're interesting because not only do they have a 3-year-old, Letty's also the mother of 2 older children as well. So we'll kind of get into the dynamic of how all that works. But before we do that, as always, we're going to hit our pack news. Every time, y'all. Every time. Oh, God.
That's
all
awesome.
right. So Letty and Dustin, y'all can join in at any point y'all want to here. So for the first part of Pack News, you guys know we always got to hit, what's relevant to us in the Dead Pack, and that's the draft just happened, and we understand that when this episode's probably episode 5, Jordan. So this is gonna be like way down, probably in like June when this comes out.
It's gonna be all irrelevant.
Yeah, this is gonna be completely irrelevant going up moving forward. But for us, when we record this, we like to be ahead in our recordings and stuff. So the draft recently just happened, and the Eagles won the draft, and everybody's hating us right now, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
You got Swift too. Like, I mean, yeah.
we won the draft, bro. Like, we're gonna be the super team. Have you looked at the internet lately,
win until the end of the season. What are you talking about?
Bro, let me have my moment. This is like everybody is hating us. No, that's not what they said. Look, I turned on the internet and they said that the Eagles are going to go in Super Bowl bound or bust, and I'm like, wow. We got 4 players or whatever.
Yeah,
now we're Super Bowl
I'm a Cowboys fan. The news says that we're gonna win. There's always 2 of us douchebags on the news, like go Cowboys, and we're gonna win the Super Bowl. Yeah, like the news says a lot of stuff, man. It's fine.
Only 2 of you guys. It's your entire freaking fandom around here. Everybody. You guys got Mozzie Smith, and I'm not a hater. He's a big dude, but so.
Okay, we could have waited on him, to be honest. We could have got the Notre Dame right in, and then waited second round and got him.
I think that's what threw y'all off. I think when who was it? The Bills jumped you guys to get that tight end. I think that's what happened. It was
we still had the guy from Notre Dame on there
again. Yeah, the guy from Notre Dame was still on the
Dame.
board.
I have him.
Oh, I see.
On my board as number 1.
They jumped in front of you. Yeah, I don't know.
They did. They jumped in front of us. So what? Look, I thought when we picked up Travis Frederick and we picked him up in the first round, I thought that was one of the dumbest things ever. I was like, well, just wait till the second round, you idiot. It was great. He was awesome. So, look, it fits we need a run stopper. We need, is it Taco Charlton again? Probably not. That would be hard to repeat. It would be really hard to do that, but it was okay.
It was a funny press conference where Jerry Jones said, they asked, who pulls the trigger and who drafts these players, and Jerry Jones sat there and said, Taco Charlton, that was Jerry Jr. And he said that Michael Parsons was Jerry Jones. He said that was me. Ouch. I was like, that's pretty good, Jerry. That's pretty good.
Go ahead, Jerry. Okay. Yeah, that's huge.
He got his. No, I think the draft went good overall. I mean, the Eagles did some good stuff. I don't really know too much about what the Cowboys did besides Mozzie. I mean, just a bunch of players.
Don't know a single player they drafted. I don't know a single player they drafted. All I do on Saturdays is watch college football. I don't know a single player they drafted. Not one.
Because you only watch LSU, bro. You're not over here like you couldn't name anybody else on any other roster where everybody else normally, unless, I mean, it's the Big 12 teams. Everybody who's a fan of the Big 12 is just like that. Not Big 12. SEC.
Not a big.
If you're an SEC
I'm not a big
fan, then that's what you do.
Michigan fan. And I know Michigan was really good this year, but not a big Michigan fan.
Where'd you get Mozzie Smith from, buddy?
Michigan.
Cheers.
Where do we get our tight end from? Michigan. Yeah.
No doubt.
It's fine. Whatever.
It's all good. Look, everyone's saying that the Texans won and the Eagles won. I think the Texans did something crazy.
I hope your quarterback's leg snap. I hope he's in a wheelchair. I'm just saying.
Come on, bro. Don't put the evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Look here, it happened to Dak. I completely understand, but we got Marcus Mariota, bro. We're good. We can run the same offense. He can't throw, but I mean, he can still run the ball. We look like San Francisco in the playoffs.
You might as well have Mark
Sanchez. Yeah, you might as well have Mark Sanchez.
It's not butt fumble, bro. Okay, hold on. Don't put that. He's not that. But we almost. Hey, when Chip Kelly was there, he was almost our first round pick. If Chip Kelly could have got him, that was going to be our guy for about a season, and then Chip Kelly was gone after that.
It's true.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting. The draft did go good. I know it's been months since then, so when y'all listen to this, but all right, I do have one other one, and I thought this was more. Yeah, I thought this was more relevant. I don't think we've covered this, Jordan. If we've covered this one, then correct me. But there was an Italian restaurant in New Jersey that banned children under 10 at their restaurant, and I wanted to get y'all's opinions on this. So this is actual news that happened. So they said they did it due to noise. Of the children, the mess, and the liability of kids running around. And I thought that was interesting. I don't really know. I mean, if you're a fan of Italian food at that restaurant and you have a kid under 10, I guess.
Please give me a restaurant. Give me a restaurant. I can get away from the freaking kids. I love my kids. That's great. But when I go out without my kids, can I find one that I don't have to deal with somebody else's kids? Please?
You
Yes,
don't like
good
it
for
whenever
them.
like the other kid on like
No.
behind the chairs like peeking up at you. Like, hello.
No.
That's my son
No.
sometimes. I completely get it.
I'm not saying it's sweet. I'm not saying it's not for some things. But if I want to just get away, like last night, my wife was calling my daughter a criminal. Like she was like, she's going to go to prison. She's going to be in prison. I know she is. She's a criminal. If you need a time away, like that would be a moment where you can just know. Like I think there's like resorts and stuff that there's no kids allowed. It's just adults. Yeah, and I know that restaurants, most fancy restaurants, or like Chili's or whatever, have like if you're smart, you will see you'll whatever you think is big or not big. It's they have like if you're smart, you seat your kids in certain areas, like your families in certain areas, and you seat your people that are on a date or by themselves in a different area. Like you need to be smart about it. Yeah,
I think that's on the restaurant to do that though, right? Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
I look, I'm not going to say I disagree with this. I think it depends on where it is, right? Because if the restaurant itself is like just a regular Joe Blow restaurant and, not some fancy, $50 a plate restaurant, then like, you know what I mean? Like it would be like or like McDonald's saying, we don't allow kids in here anymore. That's what that equates to me. To me, if you're more of like an upscale restaurant, then I can kind of see that. But
if you have a playground, stop it, Joey. If you have a freaking playground, you cannot.
Okay, if they took the playground away, let's use your imagination for a minute.
Restaurant does not have a playground. Stop it.
I'm just saying if they obviously that would never happen over there. I'm just saying if they were to make that choice. Speaking of which, I don't know if y'all have been to McDonald's here lately, but the prices are ridiculous. They dropped the dollar menu, and we're not going there anymore. It's ridiculous. I'm not paying $5 for a McDonald's burger. I grew up in the '90s when the freaking Happy Meal was like 99 cents. That's not happening. Do better, McDonald's. Sorry.
Hold on.
Hey, they got the extra crispy.
All right, hold on. Dustin,
oh, God,
you're taking your wife out on a date. Where are you going?
Here we go.
Texas Day or.
Oh my God,
Brazil, my man.
Honestly, if it's like an anniversary or something, then we're going to a Brazilian steakhouse.
Okay. Do you take the kids with you?
No.
Do you want to deal with
Not
other kids?
No.
And I get the point too, because this past year when we went, it's $50-$60 a plate, and there were kids.
Oh yeah, we went on Valentine's, right?
Yeah. There were some loud kids there. It's pretty annoying sometimes. But also, we did go on Valentine's, and there was a plus size woman wearing lingerie.
No!
Yeah.
Nice!
Yes.
I tried to get a picture of her.
Two different tastes. That's what we just got.
You need one, yeah.
Big women need love too.
Not in public.
Yes, of course.
Not when I'm trying to eat. Not like that.
That's fair.
It was borderline mildly inappropriate.
For sure. Yeah, no, we know what they need love. I mean, come on. I know, I get it. I'm with you guys. I just think that it lays the ground of every restaurant saying that we're just going to ban kids. And so I just think there needs to be like a level of right?
That's not going to work for every restaurant.
Last year for Mother's Day.
For sure.
Last year for Mother's Day.
Right now, I guess what's popular is kids not being invited to weddings.
That is a thing. Yeah, you're right.
We had to miss three weddings. We missed 3 weddings because I
couldn't find a babysitter.
Well, I mean, we couldn't find a babysitter, and they were out of state. I wasn't gonna leave my child with someone I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, that was funny because that was one of the options on the invite was, oh, by the way, kids aren't invited, but we have this daycare.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Okay,
I love kids, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm all FTK. Okay? When it's just me and my husband, it's just FTK.
And
I get you, but let me ask you this. Did it piss you off? Okay, well, you answer that first. Yeah, FTK. Go ahead, acronym.
Fuck them kids.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I love them.
Yep.
And people
when it's time, it's time. When mom and dad need a break.
And some people are like, "Oh, you can't say that. That's rude." Well, you know what? You don't spend enough time with your kids. I'm sorry.
No doubt. So let me ask you about the wedding though. That's interesting. Did it piss you off about the 3 weddings? Did it get you guys in your feelings, or were you guys just okay with it?
The first one we were kind of in our feelings only because we didn't know ahead of time.
That was the first time.
That was the very first one. And the only reason why we found out was because my sister-in-law sent a message, and he got back and said,
"Family feuds, are we?"
No.
And like airing out some laundry.
No, she was like, my sister-in-law sent out a message, and this was to her cousin, and he said something like, "Oh, we would really like to see him, but he can't come to the wedding." And this is her son. He was like, what, 12 at the time? Yeah. And so she was like, well, okay. So that's when she sends us the message and it's like, hey, what are y'all gonna do with Nevaeh? Because there's no kids. And we were like, wait, what? And this was like a few weeks out, and we were planning on going.
3 weeks out.
And so we're like, okay, I guess we're not going now because we can't find a sitter, and I'm not gonna let somebody else watch her, and I don't know who it is.
I mean,
that is the thing, though. Dumbest thing I've ever heard. First of all, you're getting married. That night, what are you doing? You're making babies. That is what you're doing. Why in the world can't babies come to the wedding? What is so stupid?
I understand the ceremony. The ceremony makes sense, but then an after party, like, what are we doing?
Who is carrying the flower girl, the ring bearer? Who was an old man?
They got kicked out. They
carried the ring.
Thanks
terrible.
For coming by. Thanks for throwing your flowers by.
And now get it. Now go to our daycare.
The exit's that way, kids. Go that way.
That's so bad.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here, pretty much.
No, but look, I will say people are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on some of these ridiculous weddings, and I'm not coming at anybody at all. This has no tone. I'm just saying people are spending a lot of money on these weddings, and so if you have a bridezilla, hold on, let me finish my thought. If you have a bridezilla who doesn't want to like kids,
you don't get to. You just said.
Ryan, I'm with you. I have a child. I want him to come. It's a free meal for us.
We got married in the Bahamas. It was like $10,000. What are you talking about, dude?
I'm married in Jamaica, Hope. Why get you? I'm with you. I'm just saying.
$100,000.
It's their wedding, though. Ryan. You gotta have You got to let them have their wedding. You can't be mad at for them and their choices.
I can't be mad, but I'm not coming.
It's their wedding.
I'm not coming.
I'm with you. Yeah, no, yeah. If you tell me that my son can't come, then you got to be okay with me making that choice of me not coming. That's okay with me.
And they're trying to save money on food.
Enjoy your empty wedding.
No doubt. without Ryan, your wedding is now empty.
$100,000 to like $500. Good job. Nice play.
Hey man. I want my cake and my freaking free meal too. No, I mean, people are spending a lot of money, and I think that's what it is. People are worried about kids being disruptive during the ceremony or whatever. So, like, I can kind of get it during that part, but like the after party, who cares? Like, I'm not really. Everyone's talking and chilling, so I don't know. But I get what you guys are saying. That is kind of messed up.
You're supposed to be banging. If you get married and you have an after party, good for you. You're wasting time. You're supposed to be banging. You're wasting time. Because after your kids, good luck. Good.
Yeah, no
or sleep.
Okay, so we're all on board. We think so. What is our final consensus about the restaurant? What Letty? We didn't have you talk at all. What do you think about the restaurant? Now that you guys have a 3-year-old. So if you guys walked up to a restaurant, they say, "Hey, sorry, no kids." Good, bad.
Bye. I can put my money somewhere else.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm not. I mean. You know.
Are you gonna go all Cameron on them?
No.
Are you gonna?
I deserve to eat here. It's my right.
No.
Say some people are like that though. If you go into this
something else, I'm not putting all my energy into that. Sorry.
If you go into Yelp, and I'm not going to name this restaurant, if you go into Yelp and look at some of the reviews, that's absolutely what it is. People are on there pissed off that they wouldn't let their kids into the restaurant, and I'm kind of with Ryan on this too. If this is an upscale classic place, or really whatever they want it to be, then they have the right to do that. I mean, you can refuse service.
It's
pretty
their
much.
Business.
Yeah,
that's why they
business.
got that sign up front, right?
They should.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they do. I've never been. It's been in New Jersey, but anyways, I just thought it was interesting. You know how they.
It would be.
It's just they do this and they make national headlines. That's the story that it is. So I just thought that was interesting. That
I'm going there date night. I'm going there. I'm taking my kids. We're going to Chili's, and then the next date night I have, I'm going there. Sorry, I am. No kids.
I'm with you.
Yay.
If there was a place, but there's a lot of places out there like Dustin said, like Texas Day Brazil. Like you can pretty much bet that parents aren't going to spend $50 on a plate for a kid.
Stop
like,
it!
That's not going to happen.
You're wrong. Last year for Mother's Day. I need a drink, baby.
Little mama.
Thank you. Tell mom to make it, not you. If we went to this place called Spa, it's
I can't wait till I train mine.
It happens. It's a thing. So if we went to it's this Brazilian steakhouse, it's not Texas Day, but it's one of the top 3 Brazilian steakhouses in the nation, is what it says. I have no idea if that really is true, but we went there for Mother's Day because that's where my wife wanted to go, and we took our kids. It was $500 base without the tip. I almost passed out.
Jesus.
Almost passed out. And my kids, one was sick and didn't eat hardly anything, and the other one, it just doesn't eat that much, period. So I was just devastated leaving that restaurant. I'll never go back. I don't care what happened. It was. Trust me, we asked for it. Apparently, it's rude as a place like that to ask for a to-go plate. I don't care. Like my kids ate. Yeah, sorry for your $500 bill during the middle of COVID. That was. It was.
You get no plate to go.
I'm pretty sure we had COVID there, but
steak.
It was. So look, it was really good. They just like every other place. They bring the skewer like with this huge thing of meat, and they cut it off, and then you flip your little tab, and they come over and bring you food. It was really nice. I loved it. There's not a food on the planet that I've ever eaten that's worth $500. Not one. Now we drank, so there's that too. But kind of is what it is.
Were the drinks included?
No.
Come on, that this is like Disney prices, bro. You're paying to breathe air. Like it's not happening.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That was a 2-month recovery period to get that back.
We are going out with this
ramen for the next month and a half.
Bologna sandwiches, baby. Yeah. It was recover like 2 months. It was like, oh my god. We shouldn't even got you a gift, Mom. Thanks, Mom.
Make better choices, Mom.
Yeah, it was. What do we do for Father's Day? Dad grilled, right? Like stop it. We paid $500 and I grilled. It's terrible.
Hey,
terrible.
You say that, right? Right? The grill though.
You got the grill for Father's Day, so why not use it?
I did.
Ooh, what kind of grill?
Got that grill. There
you
we
got
go.
the Blackstone.
You said the G word.
What was it?
It's got like 6 burners on there. Black grill or the
Blackstone. Ooh, yeah. It's got burners on it, so you can run it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's sweet.
I could cook for an army.
Sweet. That's super sweet.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah.
I've got the Traeger and I've got the green egg. And
you tell me now you don't love that Traeger though, bro.
Oh, it's not even cooking. The Traeger is like the nerd generation for smoking, and
I love it.
You
bro.
can literally operate it from your phone. You don't have to actually get off your butt. You operate it from your phone.
You can get a rotisserie in there and all that.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I love it.
It's absolutely stupid, but it's still not as good as actually doing it yourself. The green egg and the actual,
best steak I've ever had. Yeah, what is Ryan's steak off of a green egg? It was fantastic.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah,
Letty ended up getting me this deal that I've been wanting. It's really weird. You put it in a pot of water and you vacuum seal any of the food, like the steaks or anything, and you got to do it for like 2 hours.
It's a fancy stinger.
Yeah, it's pretty much It's an inmate invented this. It's a fancy
stinger. Okay.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on
stinger.
for the audience. A stinger is any element or wire that you can plug into the wall and it will heat without potentially shocking you or killing you. Go ahead.
Yep.
You have to have something separating the metal.
Yes.
And then it heats the water. That's basically what this is. It's a coiled spring and it heats up the water at a low temperature for 2 hours. So when you take it out, it looks really gross. It looks great. It looks dead. It looks really gross. But
I
what
bet
you do
you
is
it's.
you
I
get a
bet
high.
you it's super soft.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what it is. It's like butter. So you
Mm-hmm.
sear it both sides, 30 seconds, medium rare, perfect, and
Oh, yeah.
it is delicious.
He just got that
Yes.
for
birthday.
Never even heard
birthday.
of this, but I'm not surprised.
What is it called again? Hold on, I've never heard of this. It's
Go
really
get
good.
it. It looks like
Brian's
a
about to
wok.
hit Amazon right now.
Yeah,
You
hold
can
on,
get it on
hold
Amazon.
on.
Actually, I got it at Academy.
Okay.
And I'm a procrastinator, so I went the same day to go get it.
Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Did he just go get it?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god,
That
that's
sounds
funny.
really good because just so everybody knows listening, the slower you can cook within the specified time frames and not for your food not to go bad or potential hazardous growth of potential food or bacteria or something, the better it's going to be. It's going to be softer. It's going to be it is going to be a better meal for you, which is why smoking it for so long can make something like brisket, which used to be a trash meat until smoking, which makes it so good.
No,
That
it's
is the
expensive.
point. Yes, now
Gentlemen, what
you're
do we think?
freaking
What field do we think Ryan works in?
Right?
So it's a precision cooker. The brand is A Nova, and it does looks like a Stinger. I mean, you can see the coils inside.
A fancy thing.
And I just found out right now, apparently it's Bluetooth.
Oh yeah, it is Bluetooth.
You just
Like-
found out.
Oh,
It's
come
even
on
better.
now, bro. Okay, hold on. This is like a culinary beast. Just so you know, so I'm looking it up.
So
It's a culinary beast.
Yeah, all of the fancy restaurants, this is how they cook their meats. They pre-cook them all, and then whenever they find out how you want your meat, all they do is pull it out there, cook it, and it's done.
That
So
makes
it
sense.
also
Best steak I've ever had.
what I'm seeing here is that it's there's also little things you can buy to help the texture, but there is essentially it can be Bluetooth, and it's also you can do in a vacuum sealed bag, so you can also
That's how I do it.
cook and save for later. Immediately, like literally, if
Yes.
you're a restaurant, you're foolish not to have this. This is amazing. Wow,
Never even heard of it.
you
yeah.
can
The
look it
chicken's
up,
amazing.
dude. You can.
I
Oh yeah,
love
we
it.
had chicken with it too.
It's
I'm looking at it
great.
now.
You just need a
Wonder if I can-
bucket of water. You just need a bucket of water.
Yep.
I'm serious.
That's
Hold on,
all
I'm
it
looking at
is.
it right now. You need a bucket of
And-
water. Holy cow. This
So,
is an
on the
inmate
top, I don't know if
specialty.
you guys can see
I'm
it.
telling you.
You set the timer. It tells you the target temperature and the time you want it to cook, how long you want it to cook for. Most of the videos I look for, they don't cook it for more than 2 hours. But if you get like a pot roast, and I've seen people cook it for 24 hours, and
Dang,
they
dude.
say the texture of it is just it falls apart.
Yes, it's going to. Like you can literally vacuum seal your. This is awesome. So you can vacuum seal your vegetables, your meat, everything, and
Mhm.
stick it in there and let it slow cook. It is essentially a bucket of water. Like that's
And
amazing.
Don't just buy this, Ryan. Wait, let
I already
Killer
bought
do
it.
this for-
I just bought it already. Hold on. Yeah. I just bought it.
He said
My poor wife.
he added to cart and purchase.
Put it on your Father's Day, please, for them.
I just
It's
bought
paid
it.
for. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Wow. Can you
You're
imagine? You
welcome.
can season your meat. You can vacuum seal it. You
Yeah.
could drop it in the water. You can
This
cook
dude is
it
literally
for
reading from the
a
box
very
right
long
now.
period of time. Hold on.
Yeah,
It's pretty. I'm
funny
watching
he
the
actually
video.
is, because that's exactly
We're not
what
getting
mine
paid
is.
for this, by the way. I just throw this out there. This is legit.
Hold on. It's called a sous vide container, which
Yeah.
it's a
Oh,
bucket.
like sous vide chicken. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Got
that's
it,
what it
got it.
is. Like that's actually pretty fancy because it's slow cooking,
Okay.
and you're gonna get it to your temp, and then it's slow cooked. So literally, it's going to be extremely tender. I wonder if you could age your
Yeah.
steak. You could age your steak and there's these aging bags. You could age your steak and then do it in there. Holy cow!
You're welcome. I
Holy
just changed
cow.
your life.
About food. You want to get Ryan and Jordan excited, y'all.
I love food.
Hey, I love food. I love food. Hello, that's why I go to Orange Theory so that I can eat.
Eat more.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello.
So hold on. Can you tell us about your kids real fast? Can you just tell us like how old they are and from which baby daddy or mama up for how old they are?
Oh yeah. Well, I got a script of questions, but I'll let y'all do it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my oldest, he is 22. He'll be 23 in November. My daughter, my middle child, she'll be 21 in August. And then the young one, boss baby, she is 3. Yes.
That's a gap, boy.
He is all her father, though. The little one is all her dad.
God, she's a cutie though. I ain't gonna lie.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, Carson's got me wrapped around his finger, but I can only imagine a little girl. You know what I mean? A dad and a little girl.
It's a wrap.
Yeah,
No lie, I would take out everybody in this podcast to save her life. So.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, fill this in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I watched.
You guys are cool.
I watched a thing on a guy talking about fatherhood with a son and a daughter, and it was I would die for my son. Whatever it's necessary, I will. If I have to die for my son, fair enough. Then I had a daughter. I need y'all to know I would kill for my daughter. I wouldn't just die. I would kill for my daughter. Mess with my daughter and I will kill you. Like it was so perfect. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
The only thing I can really think of is Law-Abiding Citizen.
But yes, what a great movie.
The things that he did for his wife and daughter. I would absolutely. Yeah.
That's whenever they made movies still good. You know, they didn't have to copy and paste everything. Those were the good days.
Yeah.
One of the few original
one of my
movies,
favorites.
type movies.
I like Gerard Butler though. I ain't gonna lie. Do you ever see the movie Gamer?
Me too.
It was one of my favorites, man. I'm sure you did. The 300, huh, Letty? Yeah, I'm sure you did. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. No.
What is he in?
What? 300. Oh,
No,
look up the cover shot of 300,
yeah.
Ryan. You'll
Did you not see that movie?
I watched the 300. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
every woman that ever watched it loved 300 too for the whole different reason why we did. We watched it because it was great. My wife was like,
Yeah,
well, and the
that's
chick, there's a chick that gets naked in there a couple times, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, there are.
Hunchback. Why do you remember that, Dustin? Who are you looking at?
I don't know. That's the only thing that pops up in my head right now. That's a really messed up mind.
Look like him. Oh my God.
Naked chicks. Yeah, this dude's totally hot, and then the hunchback. Fair enough. That's fair. That's fair.
It hits all every face right there.
Oh my God.
Where do they find all those dudes with 6-packs? Because the 300 is like these, and I get that it's like historically relevant. I get that.
Yeah.
And they didn't have they didn't have donuts and stuff back then. So like it's not fair. But okay,
how did they like that?
I know how they got like that. I watched the Discovery Channel.
You watched I watched the documentary.
CG and some nice,
spray-ons. Spray-ons. Yeah.
I mean, it can't be that hard. They put Arnold Schwarzenegger's face on every movie now, so.
Oh yeah, have y'all seen that video? Have y'all seen those videos?
Mm-hmm.
Those are funny.
Yeah.
I watched it this morning. Yes. Yes.
I saw Elon Musk. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, there was a Michael Jackson one too. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's get back on brand. Oh God. All right, Letty. I got some for you. Got some for Dustin, and then we can.
We're in the hot seat.
So, no, not really. I mean, I just got a couple questions. I was wondering, how did having Nevaeh, if you don't mind me saying her name, how did that one affect your older ones, or did it?
It did not. They, even though they're not in the same household, obviously because they're older and they have their own place. But they love her.
They didn't give you no flack for that?
Huh?
They didn't give you no flack, nothing?
Mm-mm.
They were excited.
They were
Actually,
excited, and
after we had her,
they were
wanted
ready to
another one.
Yeah, they were like, "Can we have a brother next?" I'm like, "Wait a minute,
cool.
let me."
She's like, "That's not how this works."
I know. I'm like, she wasn't even like 2 weeks old, and they were like, "So are y'all trying for a brother? Can we have a brother?" And I'm like, "Can I like put myself back together? Like it's."
I mean, I was with them. I was trying.
Hey, bro.
It doesn't happen that way.
It's the best time as a as a husband when you're trying for kids.
Take full advantage of that. Never happens again.
So my other thing was, how has it changed, Letty, since so you have 2 kids that are in their 20s and obviously you have a 3-year-old. So parenting has obviously changed between now and then. I mean, it's been over a decade. Yeah. So what are things that you've noticed that have changed? Obviously technology's got to be one of them, right? Like, you know, I don't know, 10 years ago, were there baby monitors like that we have now?
I don't know, because back then I didn't have the money, even if there was. So look, fair. You know, I
think they just had the audio ones.
I think it was just audio, but I mean, again, I couldn't even afford that.
I mean, they didn't have the screen. They didn't have screens that small.
Oh, I know that, but I'm saying like even the audio, just to have those monitors. I mean, I couldn't. I just had to use my ears and make sure I listened to them from the other room. But like they have like Bluetooth.
The socks.
Not the socks. I'm not talking about that. Oh.
That's the little outlet thing you're talking about.
Basket. The swing chair. The little swing thing.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
The fancy one that I told you couldn't have.
What is that? It's the something Rue, the something. I remember
yeah,
it goes like this.
It's a swing.
Kind of like glides.
Yeah, it glides. A glider, pretty much. Yeah. And I mean, the ones I had before, you had to use your foot.
Or crank it. You had to crank it.
Or the little crank it on the little swing chair. But these have like, I can sit on the couch and I can have it in her room and I can use the Bluetooth and it vibrates and all. But that was too fancy.
I'm glad you guys got to use that, because I tried to put my son in there and he lasted all of about 5 minutes and was like, "We're done," and did not. I don't know what it is about him and car seats and seats like that. Nah, if I took Carson out and just put him on the floor, he would sleep better. But the swings, for some reason, he didn't jive with it. So that was one useless thing I never knew. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. You guys went on like a New York trip where you guys took her with you guys from Texas to New York. They drove all the way up there.
That's how she was potty trained, actually. She didn't want to use a diaper, and so she slept through the night. And every time we would stop, we would wake her up, and she would go to the restroom, and then got back in, and she went back to sleep. She was like her mom, though. Nice. She wouldn't wake up until it's like she knew we were at a drive-thru because she would wake up. And
she smelled food.
She smelled food.
Just like her mom.
Yes. Feed me. And she would eat, and then she would be up for an hour or two, and then she would go back to sleep.
It would be on her tablet.
Oh, yeah, but she wasn't even hardly on that either.
There you go. They didn't have tablets back in the day with your other two, so like it's completely new. Like probably the last like 10 years that tablets have really taken over.
Entertain karaoke with the kids in the car.
Yeah. You know what though? That wasn't our first road trip.
No, you don't want me singing.
What kind of car do you have?
That wasn't our first road trip.
Because Tesla has a karaoke machine while you're driving, which is pretty cool.
Of course Tesla does. Tesla has everything.
Are you serious? They have a karaoke machine?
Yeah, so
don't tell
they
this
have a
Asian
karaoke.
guy this because he would want it.
So Tesla has, obviously the screen, but they have like a lot of different things in it. Like you can, with your own steering wheel, can make different seats fart. So you can, like, that's extremely important for me. There are like definitely like video games and little things you can do with your kids that they have. As long as
the
you
car's
have a
driving, he's not driving. The car's driving.
Only if there's a passenger and it knows it.
Okay.
Yeah, the video knows everything.
The only thing I know is if you tell it to open its butthole, the gas cap opens.
That's true.
I did not know that.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's true.
The gas cap. Okay.
TikTok. TikTok.
Go Elon.
TikTok. Okay. Yeah. Ryan had 2. Now he's down to 1. We'll talk about that later. I guess if you've listened to it, we know that story.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, Dustin, I knew you before. Obviously, we worked together before. So, my question to you is, one of my questions is, how is being a dad, a new dad, changed you? Because me and you were on the rookie dad side, right? Like Ryan's been a dad for a while. Letty's been a parent for a while. Me and you are still new to this whole thing. So, everything that we see with our kids is the first time we've ever seen that before, right?
At this age.
At this age,
because when I came into the kids' lives, they were 12 and 13. So I've already experienced all the horrific stuff that you haven't even touched yet.
Oh, see, I'm not even there yet. Definitely haven't touched any teens at all. Y'all been dating that long?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm. You guys dated that long? Oh wow! See, I had no idea.
A lot of people knew that.
We kept all that, because of where we worked. We kept all very quiet.
For sure, yeah. Obviously, yeah. Man, when I tell you personally, it changed me 100%. I'm not the same person the day before he was born to the day after. I'm not the same person I was. It was like instantaneous.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
I tell you, having a little girl makes you soft.
You think so? Are you crying more? Are you more sensitive? It's okay.
Well, there have been a couple times when I'll see something on TV or something like that. And I'm like, that is stupid. And I just won.
You know what one of mine was?
And I'm like,
it's the grown man tier for sure. Bro, I don't even care. I have no pride anymore. If he does something that it just breaks me, I'm just like, I'll just start whatever. This is the last time I'll see him, in this outfit, or maybe the last time I rocked him as a baby, thinking about it. It you know what I mean? Because you don't get to mourn your kid as he goes up. You got a toddler now. You lost your baby, rocking her. She's gone. You know what I mean? Now you're dealing with this person in front of you.
I will say with this one, I'm enjoying her. Not saying that I didn't enjoy my other two, because I did, but I felt because I was too busy working and going to school full time. So working during the day full time, going to school at night, try to get, a career. I mean, I didn't get to enjoy them like I did with Nevaeh. With COVID happened, it was a blessing in disguise because I got to work from home and I got to see her just every day and grow.
Both of us, yeah.
Dad missed about a month and a half of that. He wasn't even in the household. So but I was able to enjoy her, and I still am. So it's a big difference. I feel like I have more patience now compared to.
Oh, I need to work on that.
Yeah. I mean, he has more patience than I do, but I mean, compared to in the past, it's different.
So one of the things back before I was a dad, Ryan had said to me, because we have a lot of stuff that we have in common. We like the same movies, same games and stuff that we play. But I was talking about a movie called The Hunger Games before to Ryan, and Ryan had made a mention or a comment to me like, I can't watch that movie because it's kids hurting kids or kids killing kids. And I didn't understand what he was talking about. I was like, okay, whatever, like it's no big deal to me. And then after I had Carson, I completely understood what he was talking about and was like, yeah, I can't. There's no way I can watch Rue go down again. I would be in tears, knowing exactly what's about to happen.
I literally see my daughter in the movie.
I watched
can't
it before
help it.
I had kids. So now that you're thinking about it, you're talking about the little kid.
Rue,
where they do
yes.
Yeah. There's no way, bro. I couldn't watch it. Actually, there's some other movies that are like that too, and I can't do it anymore. Before, it never bothered me at all, bro. Nothing. But now, I can't. Now
that you say that, we had just started watching The Last of Us. And the first episode.
The first episode.
Y'all seen it, you already know, right? I'm not gonna lie.
The game, bro. Yes. I knew what was gonna happen, and I had to fast forward through it. I knew exactly when it was gonna be and what happened. Yep.
Yeah, that hit the heartstrings a little bit because there's nothing I can't imagine feeling as a failure in that aspect.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, that would destroy me,
bro.
I think I got up off the couch and I was stupid. And I just walked off.
I mean, you get to see the growth of it. It's a good show and worth it. But yeah, then that's not the only time in that show that happens. No.
Well, that's why I haven't sat down and watched it. I don't want to watch it no more. I was just like, it's done. I'm done.
Yeah, there's some tougher ones that go on down that show. And yeah, see that was one of the things that I wasn't in tune with that at first. I didn't understand. You know what I mean? Whenever whenever Carson came along, it didn't really bother me. But then after he started growing up, and I have a hard time seeing Carson as a teenager because he's just 3 years old. So like I can only see him as he is now. But just seeing that kind of stuff and violence going on, it didn't bother me before. It does now. So that was just one of the things that I just was like, wow.
Yeah.
Little
One of the
big
things
changes.
I think I look forward to is I've already decided one of two things is going to happen. I'm going to retire in 10 years.
Dang.
And when that happens, she will be in middle school or freshman.
Yeah, my son will be 16 whenever I'm retired.
Isn't that scary?
Absolutely terrifying. I don't know if I will retire though. You know what I mean? What am I going to be doing whenever he's
he's getting ready to tell you.
I got plans. I got one of two plans is going to happen. So I will either be.
Hold on. You have skills though. There's a difference. You have like you have like
you have like knew where you were going with this.
Hold on. You have specific skills that you can do other stuff though.
Yes.
There's a difference.
I will not be working security at the hospital. I guarantee that. So, I will either be pulling security at the school. Or I will be dedicating my time to finding online predators.
Okay. And your business, yeah.
Cool. Hey, we're still around.
That will be my retirement job.
I like that.
Very cool.
Very cool. All right, let's keep it going. Do you remember what your life was like, Dustin, without Nevaeh? Do you remember what it was like back then? It's only 3 years ago.
Nope. No way.
No way, right?
No way.
Well, you say that, but again, like I was with Letty for a while, so before that, it was a little different without kids. I had hair.
Sure.
Before he got with me,
you still have hair. It's just in different places.
And he just became
bald. I had a full head of hair and no gray in my beard, and as you can see, there's nothing on the head, and a nice gray stain down the middle.
There you go. That one's got Nevaeh's name on it, huh? Yeah, bro.
Well, Nevaeh took the rest of my hair.
Is that what she said? She claimed it all.
I had hair at my wedding. I had enough hair to fake it, and no gray in the beard. And now I got married, and this is my second marriage, but not saying that this one is more stressful than the first one at all. This one was way better than the first one. Yep. But yeah, I'm actually looking at my wedding picture on my wall, and I was one handsome looking mofo.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, was it Letty married up, right?
Sure did.
That's what I'm talking about. My boy.
Upgrade.
She's not the only one.
All right. So then one more question for you, Dustin, and then we'll do one or two couples one. But so what are the challenges that you face being a dad of the older kids as well as being the one of your littlest? Because you're kind of meshing the two houses together, right? You got the best of both. Well, kind of, because they're moved out. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So you're talking about when I first moved in?
Or I mean, I guess when you made it formal after you guys got married. I don't know the context. I don't know how long you were dating before. So just honestly,
we were dating for about 5 years.
God dang.
Yeah, before he got married.
I had to make sure.
I was oblivious. You know what I mean?
I had to make sure.
5 years? 5 years? Crap. What?
5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Old school. Go ahead, man.
But we were friends at what?
Before a year or two.
Yeah, we were friends about a year or two before we started
dating.
She
worked as a contractor.
Can we say friends like this? Hold on. What?
Okay, so
no.
Before we get too far off track. No BS. I told her I am gonna be your kid's stepdad one day. No bullshit.
He sure did.
That's one way to do it. I've never heard that line before, but okay. That's one way to do it.
Yep, I claim. So,
and I looked at him and I'm like, "You're stupid. Get away."
So, the whole being in the older kids' lives when they first came in, the hardest thing I think was realizing I had the responsibility to help them be good kids, good and grow into good people, but at the same time, they were already molded.
For sure. Yeah.
So, and I slipped quite a bit. I messed up quite a bit. But trying to make them what I wanted them to be at the same time, because what happens is we would have them for a week and then their dad would have them for a week. And I mean, it was really hard.
Ryan's over there shaking his head. Like, yep, been there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when the father is the way he was. Let's say one thing to us and then one thing different to the kids. So it made it very difficult.
For sure. Yeah, I figured there would be some challenge in there because you're kind of stepping in the middle. You know what I mean? And you don't know what you're getting in between.
Right. And at the same time, I think he felt like I'm not your dad, but still kind of teach him a certain, teach him ways. I mean, and they would come to him, and there was times that I wouldn't even know things because they go to him. Till this day, they'll talk to him. Their relationship wasn't, is not as perfect. I mean, we had fallouts, but I mean, we worked together and just the communication. I mean, it was hard. With my daughter now, it's still a little hard, but we overcome it. I mean,
for sure. We've had step parents on here before. We've had Ryan's wife and my dad who were step parents too. And I got to say, I think being a step parent is probably the hardest form of parenting because you got to find your place in the family, right? Like you know who you are to your spouse, but you have to find that place with the kids as well. So it's this weird rocky place, and the kids kind of have to accept you and move on and move forward from there. And it's just this weird,
you're playing a role. You're playing a role sometimes. But it still has to be every time. Mm-hmm. And so but there's still this dedication to family. And is there blood? Is there not blood? I try to give the gentleman that has stepped in on the other side for me some grace because he's there to defend his wife first, and that is his wife, and then there's a child in between. And so it's like, wait, but I'm still the dad. But that dude still plays a role in my child's life. Mm-hmm. And he still takes it, right or wrong. I have to respect the fact that he took a role to step in those different weeks. And he's a different human being than me. And so is that an easy place to play ball? It's a terrible place to play ball. It is terrible to play that game, but that's the game we play. Mm-hmm. And so it's always on edge. It's always on and it's stupid because my daughter's grown. She's grown. She's got she lives with her boyfriend, and she I think this weekend, 2 days ago, she got into a terrible wreck. And, how do you navigate with that? And so it depends on all parties. Every single party matters. And the second one gets stupid, it's over. It's over. And that kid suffers because of it. Period.
The most important thing is what makes you have to put your differences aside, and it's about the child at some point. It is hard, with my kids and who they have, they have a stepmom, and which she has always treated my kids as her own, which I am completely, I respect that. That's my only thing, was to make sure that you treat my kids like if they were your own. And she doesn't treat them any different. There was times where my kid was sick and she knew I was at work. She would go and take her soup or do something. She didn't have to do that, but she did it because if that was her own. And I appreciate that. At one point, I was just having a conversation with her. I would communicate through her and only her because I felt comfortable. It was better for all parties if I did that. So, but I mean, it's just, it is hard to co-parent as well. So we just, now that my kids are grown, I mean, I really don't really talk, but I mean, if something comes about or if we need to talk, then I feel like we will. But right now, I mean, the kids are grown, they're doing their thing and they're staying there, and I'm here, and I think we're good.
I think the hardest part about coming into a family like that is trying to determine I want you to like me because I don't know if me and your mom are going to be together forever. I don't want to be an a-hole, like right off the bat.
Right.
Yep.
I think that's what it was, like trying to find that balance, I guess.
It's tough, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad was in your shoes, Dustin, so he had to come into, our family. And he had the same kind of challenges you did. So I've always kind of had that perspective of like people who can step into that role, mother or father, really in that role, coming into a family. My hat's off to you. And especially if her kids were going to you and felt safe going to you and talking to you about whatever the subject was, that speaks on your character and your relationship with them. So I think to me that just that statement alone is huge. But yeah, my hat's off to you. It's a tough spot to be in. And it just dawned on me that we have both situations here. Like Ryan is looking at it from the opposite side of where Dustin is, because you guys are on, two different spectrums here. I didn't realize it until now, but I think that's very, very interesting. The sides. Hopefully,
it's so weird. Hey, so you have girls, so it's interesting. I knew I was going to marry my wife when we went to the movies with my daughter for the first time, and my daughter showed my wife her new princess panties, like in the bathroom. She said, "Yeah, I'll take you to the bathroom," and she was like, "Check them out, check out these panties." And she didn't like freak out and leave. And I was like, "Okay, this is the one."
You're like, you're the one.
She's good.
That's how you knew. Yeah,
she's
it's
good.
really just
she didn't
like
run.
That, yeah.
She was like, "Check them out." Yeah. And that way, when we had our new daughter, when she traded panties with somebody, like it wasn't the end of the world, right? Like we could just throw the cat panties away and not tell the other parents that, like, hey, my daughter hustled your panties off your kid and traded panties. Like it was cool. It was fine. It was
Bro, I remember you telling that story in season 1, and now as Carson's going through potty training, it freaks me out. You know what I mean? I'm like, I couldn't relate back then, but now I see it and I'm like, oh my God, what if that happens? What am I gonna do? Because he's totally got he's got cool underwear, bro. He's
absolutely,
got, like, the superhero.
It matters, and they're gonna see. You're gonna check out the feet, right? Like you're looking at the next stall, you're checking out the feet, and if those pants drop down low enough, you're like, dang, are those Silverhawks? Like, did we get some? Like, or hold on. If it's Jordan's age, they're those Power Rangers. Like, holy crap! I got Superman.
Yeah.
Do you want some Superman?
No. If it's Green Ranger,
you
the man back in the day.
I totally understand.
Oh my God. All right. So I got two more questions. One will be the more serious one, and then we'll get to the fun one after. But so this is for both of y'all. We've answered this before and talked about this before on the podcast with the different couples, but how do you guys find time for each other and prioritize your relationship? Obviously, with having your 3-year-old Nevaeh there, because it's a hard balance to do even just with one kid. You know what I mean?
Yes. I will say we are actually blessed enough to have my mother-in-law living with us.
Family. Yep. Always.
Okay.
100%.
Because at any time, honestly, and we've never had one where she's like, hey, I don't really want to do it. But anytime we want to go to like a Jeep meet that lets late, or if we're going out on a Friday, gonna go eat dinner together, she not only she watches, she'll feed her, she'll bathe her, she'll put her to, I'd say she put her to bed, but usually she's awake when we get home.
Or she'll put grandma to bed.
You guys are usually active whenever I look on the feeds or whatever. You guys every weekend, it seems like not every weekend, but you guys are always got something going on. So I would thought,
she posts things like you would not believe.
I have not lately. I'm trying to live into.
No, but I think it's a great thing, to be honest with you guys. I mean, it shows you guys value each other's times as husband and wife. And you also have pictures, with 3-year-old there too. So, but you can see that you guys are still prioritizing y'all's personal time too. And
we try. I mean, at the end of the day, these kids are gonna grow up and get out of the house, and it's gonna be him and I. So we have to put each other first.
And we've had to do that before.
And communicate. I was like an onion when we first got together. I would not open up. I would not say anything.
And she smelled funny.
He's stupid. Had to kill me in layers.
That's not true. She made you cry, man. Be honest. She's an onion. She made you cry.
Day, pulling every layer. It was like, oh my God, what am I doing here? Is it worth it?
I love it.
Center that I knew he was the one when we went out camping. I'm not going to go into that story, but I knew he was the one at that point. He didn't leave, so.
Yeah, I should have.
Here's your sign there, buddy.
Yeah. So many flags that I ignored.
So many red flags, buddy. He stuck around. He didn't go anywhere, so.
Okay, so I mean, the base of it is family. You guys use obviously your family a lot and you guys are blessed enough. I'll put it like that. You guys are blessed enough to have your family there, to obviously have some daycare time with Nevaeh. I know back in the day, Ryan would have a babysitter, do it too. So that was that's
you can have family
come over and watch Nevaeh once or twice too, like spend the night.
Yeah,
her middle child.
That's got to be. Nobody trusts my mother if she can watch the kids. That is, you can't beat that. There's no more trust. There's no more like that is the greatest thing to be able to have some kind of family support, which is not always there for a family.
Everybody.
And when we moved away from my parents and Stacy's parents, it was tough because. Who do you trust? Now, we found somebody that we trust who happens to be a mother of high schoolers now that are about to graduate, and she comes over and watches our kids, and if we need her to, and she's within the neighborhood, and we trust her, but you still can't trust you because that's your mother. You know what she's going to do. First of all,
exactly. Yes,
she's going to check your kids. I need my babysitters to check my kids in the appropriate manner. And understand that nope, my kid's full of crap here. I need you to check my kid, and then I need you to also. Okay, well, fair enough. That's we got one side that does it and one side that doesn't on my side, but yeah, either way, your kid is safe.
No, both that matters. Her grandparents spoil the crap out of her, and that's
what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
My father was spoiled.
Another level, though, baby.
My father was spoiled. My father also spanked my kid one time, and was devastated that he did. But he was like, he called me on the phone. He's like, Ryan, I spanked your kid, and I was like, okay, good. Like, what did my kid do? Like, what did my kid do? And then he was like, disrespected your mother, and I just couldn't. And I told her I was going to do it, but she kept disrespecting your mother. And I was like, good, great for you, man. That's handy business. That's good
because most grandparents won't do that. They'll just look the other way.
He almost cried. Like literally, he almost cried. But he still.
What is it with grandparents, bro? I swear to God, my parents, my dad was Major Payne growing up. If you remember that movie, that was him. Okay, not that bad, obviously. I was just using an extreme there. But now, as a grandparent,
you want me to show you a little trick to take your mind off that pain? A great movie. That's a great movie.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
But now, good God, he sees like a picture of Carson and he just almost starts crying. He's like, oh my God. No, not the same person.
Actually, your parents were the same way with Nevaeh. We left Nevaeh one time with your parents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and dude, they didn't want to leave your parents' house. We had to leave her there to go pick up my Jeep. And she did not want to go. We got back. She had your mom painting on her hands and knees
on one of Carson's deals.
And I'm like, yo, and so no, she did not want to leave.
She even realized we left, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't even think she realized, that we left. We got back and she was just like, oh, look what I did. And
that's a great thing though.
Yeah.
That's just but and I'm very blessed that my family's, they're very involved with his life. So that's what we do too. For me and my wife, we use my family all the time. But all right, let's wrap this little segment up. I have one more question for y'all, and we'll go ahead and make it fun here. I put hobbies down, but I know what y'all's hobby is, and I have to ask you guys, how the Jeep's doing, boys and girls? How we doing?
Wow.
What are you doing?
So I just got mine back out of the shop.
You got Jeepers? Is that what? Are you all Jeepers? Like, what's the crew? What's the name?
Locos.
What's the name for this hobby?
Oh, what's
they
the
go
name
out
for
to like Jeep meets and
we do.
and like
we
just
go
like climb rocks
crawling.
with their Jeeps.
Yes.
Rock crawling. My bad.
It's called trail therapy.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a guy at work that does that. He's got like forget about it on like paint on the side of his Jeep. It's so
I've seen
so cheesy.
Sub-Zero and
don't
Johnny
forget
Cage.
about it.
It's
Yeah.
good.
All right, fair enough. So you guys, there's a lot of people that do this. I've seen a lot of.
I'm not hating.
A lot of things. Yeah, there's a lot of people.
My Jeep has his own TikTok and own Instagram. By the way, she just has her own little thing.
But is it running?
But
not
right
now.
That's what I'm
Not at this very moment.
Battery's dead. It's getting
Battery's
charged.
dead. I woke up this morning.
Dustin bought a Gladiator. He hasn't been able to drive it, I don't think. But
no, it's been in the shop. Yeah, it's been in the shop longer.
I've had it for 2 days. It's been out of the shop. For 2 days.
He hasn't owned it for 2 days. He's had it for how long have you owned it?
2 months, and I've probably
there
had
we
it
go.
I've probably it's been in my possession for 1 month.
When people see us, they're like, "Oh man, y'all must have a lot of money. Y'all look at y'all's Jeeps." No, we're just irresponsible. That's just what it is.
There's nothing wrong with that. Fair enough. That's fun. Yeah. Okay. Good. I have a boat. The same thing. Yeah. Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just irresponsible. It is what it is.
You can go Jeep or minivan, right? Like, so there's.
Stop. What do you mean, bro?
How do you get it?
Hold on.
Same category.
I have a 4Runner, which is not a Jeep, but it gets where it needs to get. We went to Big Bend. In at Big Bend, we get to like it literally has a sign that says you have to have a four-wheel drive vehicle to get here. I traveled really slow. I was literally, there was a Jeep in front of us and one that passed us. We were going really slow over all these rocks and all this stuff. We get to where we need to get. We're following this couple that we found that was with their kid, and we followed them and hiked into some other stuff. When we get back, they hop in this minivan, and we're like, really? How do they get there? Not only did they get there probably 10 times faster than we did, they left like a bat out of hell and just went all the way. Like, I don't know if it was a rental or what, but it was a minivan, and it just took off. And I was like, man, why do we spend all this money on a 4Runner when we could just get a minivan? Like, it would have been fine. It would have been fine.
They made it work.
A rental, bro. Who doesn't drive a rental minivan like that?
It's a rental. Dude, it was like a dust cloud that was up.
Yeah,
it had to have been. It had to have been. I was like, "What are you guys doing? There's no way." It just took off. Probably what took us about an hour and a half. It took them about 30 seconds. They just took off. They didn't care.
Okay, that makes more sense, bro. I was really confused.
I know. I was like, "Wait, what?"
Mad respect for the minivan at this point in time. Mad respect.
Nice. Was it an Astro?
Some of the new Kia ones, though, bro, got like TVs in them and tables. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I could, if I was a kid again and had that opportunity to have that van, yeah, I'm taking that one. Built in, like pull down TVs in front of you. Are you serious?
I rented a Pacifica. I don't know what brand that is, but it
Chrysler.
It was a Chrysler, yeah. And you could literally, every seat had its own TV, and you could hook your like gaming console up to it. So my son is playing his Switch off of it, and it literally, and it had everything to it. So like it cooled my butt. It did like you didn't do anything.
That's very important.
And it was so good. I was like,
if you got that part,
Stacy, like I'm thinking about trading in. Like I'm thinking that this is the one. This might be the one. And she was just like, no, stop it. It was so good. It was so good.
Jeeps have those too, by the way. You can cool your butt.
No, they don't have heaters.
Oh, heaters. Never mind. Just kidding.
Yeah, the 4Runner has heaters, but it doesn't have the cooling mechanism to cool your butt.
It doesn't help much in the July and August of September, August. Yeah.
You just take all the doors.
You just ride naked on the Jeep, and what I mean by that,
there's an option. That's an option.
That's not Ryan. It's not the same thing. What you're thinking about, bro? No. They're talking about the car taking the doors off. That's what they mean.
The doors come off. The top comes off.
Oh.
Well, that's not
It's
worth
called
it.
riding naked.
Just roll the windows down. Yeah, okay. Okay.
I just need to let these milkers out and just,
Yeah.
ride down the
Let it
road.
hang. Let it hang. Right. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh my god! I knew exactly
somebody
where
does
his
it.
brain just went.
Although people do that. So
I'm sure.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, all right. I had to give y'all some crap about the Jeeps.
It's cool.
I will say Letty has a very very nice Jeep. To
Thank you.
blue Jeep. Yeah,
I love it.
It's very nice. I've never seen the
You'd
Gladiator.
say the same
I've seen
thing about
pictures.
mine if it was running.
Yeah. If I ever got a chance to see it,
Forget about it. It's fine.
It's fine.
It looks
Sub-Zero.
looks good in someone's bay. Somewhere.
Reptile.
Tile.
Jesus Christ.
It's great at the dealership.
All right, that's all.
A little more combat. Okay.
For you
Dude,
guys on there.
no, there's literally Jeeps that are around me in my neighborhood that literally one's Sub-Zero, one's Reptile, one's Scorpion. No joke. And there's a Shrek, and they have Jurassic Park.
Wait.
Oh my
Hold
God.
on.
Jeep
That-
people are so
hold on.
top. What is going on?
One's got Mortal Kombat and Shrek tries to join. I'd be like, bro, I'm sorry,
And they're
man.
slightly
One of
different
these-
green.
They have-
It's
they have
darker
one
green
that's
on
a Hulk.
Reptile.
They have a
Yeah,
Hulk.
okay.
I've seen.
You
I've
can
seen
join
that.
combat if you're
Actually-
Hulk, but you can't if you're Shrek. Stop it.
The Hulk Jeep in our club has their hood signed by Lou Ferrigno.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, well, hold on.
That's
It's a whole
cool.
different cool right there.
no,
It's
no.
a whole different
All
cool.
right. All right.
I'm
down with that.
Legit.
Yeah.
He's got to have the duck that looks like the Hulk though, right? Because ducking is a whole thing for Jeeps
Yes.
too. I've been educated in this by Letty.
Yes.
He was
I
better
never
than
heard-
he was better than
Not surprised.
like he was 10 times better than King of Queens than he was inside the Hulk. And I like the Hulk, but King
The
of Queens
reason
he was
why I
better.
had to tell him that about the ducks is because one time we were out for lunch and there was
He said-
another Jeeper that was driving by and needed a wave, and I waved back and he goes, "Wait, hold up, what just happened?" I said, "I just
Yeah.
waved. It was a Jeep wave."
It's kind of like
and the
it's kind
ducks.
of like bikes.
Bro,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, yeah,
Like-
very similar. Or
Yeah.
the fact that she has like 1,000 ducks in her dashboard, so whenever you're like walking by, you just 1,000 ducks staring at you. It's very strange. But hey, I get it.
That
She-
means
she
they
brings-
love your Jeep.
She brings a duck.
Sounds like something from a Saw movie.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
That's a
Creepy.
lie.
She has them swing from the ceiling sometimes.
Oh my god.
He wishes.
Jealous
That's
of my
fair.
ducks. All right, Ryan. This is your time to shine. So no Jordan's corner this week. Instead, we're having a Ryan takeover.
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what we're-
This is important for this episode. Now, I'm going to talk beard game. Every man on here has some sort of a beard. And I don't remember if it's because Dustin got married or why he shaved his beard. but he shaved his beard. I remember it specifically because I was like, God, oh, he looks like 40 years younger.
He looked like the
What-
kid on Up, right? He looked like the
happened?
kid
He's
on
like,
Up, right?
Yeah, he was like 22 years old. I was like, what is he doing? Oh, wait. He looked like a kid. I was like, okay. He shaved his beard.
You want
I
to tell him that
swear to God, the next week he had the same beard he shaved. I was like, what in the world? How did he grow it so fast? What?
Because
What
I
happened,
almost
dude?
left him. Because he looked like a kid on Up, and I'm like, I look like a pedophile with this guy. Like, what is going on?
He
You
looked
should
like
get him a Cub Scout shirt.
Literally looked like he went from like 35 to like 22. It was crazy. I was like, wait, is that the same human being? But I swear to God, it was the next week. I was like, holy cow.
That week.
Does it take your kid to work
What?
day?
Dude, he grew his beard back in a week. It was nothing. I was like, what in the world? Takes me months to get just stubble. What happened? My older brother, he was probably 13 or 14, and he grew a pretty decent goatee. And that was like the general standpoint for me, like, okay, cool. When I hit 13 or 14, I can be a man. Like I can grow a beard. And I finally hit like 40 and finally grew a beard. Like it never happened for me. And
You started
and
growing
so,
hair in places you shouldn't.
Yeah, it
No,
was.
he was
It was like I
He
had
had patches,
no. Hold on.
bro. He had like a patch here, and a patch here, and a patch here, and a patch here.
like 13 or 14. I had like 40 nipple hairs and nothing else. It was the stupidest thing ever. It was
amazing
so dumb.
hair,
It
by
was-
the way.
And of course,
Did you braid
my
it?
family was dude,
Yes,
it was
yes.
terrible. It'd be like 3 or 4 inches long, and my family would be like, "Wow, you're the grossest person I know. Like that's so stupid. You're such a dork." And then, but my little brothers, he's grown a full beard. He's in junior high. I'm in high school. I've got some nipple hair. I can't.
I had a Fu Manchu in high school. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So hard on Ryan.
What did I get? God gave me nipple hairs, and they look. I got to this day. Like if that's how like Dustin shaved his beard, and it was back in a week. I shaved my nipple hair, day or two.
Yeah,
Day or two.
it is.
I'm good. I'm a beast in that area. Beast.
Got that overactive nipple follicles.
It's unbelievable. I don't know what it is. It's stupid.
Bro.
It's that in the back of my neck is just like full of hair. Nothing else. Just nipples and back hair. Got it.
Bro, I could. Yeah, his legs look so.
Hey, but hold
awkward.
on. Imagine that was something
yes,
that
your
happened
leg
to be
hair
cool.
is something else. Yes.
I have a lot of leg hair too. So like let's say
That's where the
that
tube socks grow. That they're go. That's not where they.
let's say hold on. Let's just say like Tom Brady or somebody like started busting out the nipple hair and the back of the neck hair, and it was just became cool. Stud. Right
Oh, you're
here,
in.
a stud.
Shit,
I'm in.
You're years ahead of your time.
I need
right?
like 2 days. I need 2 days. I'm done. Good. I'm cool. Otherwise, terrible. It's just terrible.
Oh my god.
You're not alone.
Anyway.
She said you're not alone.
I have nipple hair and neck hair too.
Oh, got somebody else. Yay. Okay, cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, good. There's more than
So
one.
he had to shave his beard for his best friend's wedding. He was the
okay.
best man.
Okay,
and so
good.
they were dressed in blues, so he had to shave it off. But after
Okay.
that, I was like, oh my god, it needs to
Never
grow
again.
back. Never. He
Yeah.
is not allowed to shave it. No. Mm-mm.
But he's a good
yeah.
bald though. Like I have really big ears, and I'm starting to lose my hair, and it's like, really, God, why did you do that to me? Like, why would you you can't give me big ears and no hair? That's terrible. Like, why would you do that to me? It's not
Super
fair.
them
It's
suckers
not
back.
cool.
It's okay. I got big ears too.
You're a girl. You can grow the long hair. When the hair
Yes.
when the hair
Yes.
goes, what do you
What was
do?
it?
Yes. I don't
Employee of the
know.
month with they worked
That's a
at
good
like
movie.
the Super Sam's
good
or
movie.
something.
Yes,
And then
yes,
someone
it's a
gets
good
it's
movie.
Jessica Simpson.
Simpson, yeah.
She always has her hair down, and then they go on a date. And she pulls her hair back. She's got these
And there's those big old
elephant
Ryan
ears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I feel like with no hair. Yeah, just bat wings just
A long
flowing.
time ago, Ryan. Why don't you grow a beard? And somebody always said, he's like, bro, I can't. I'm like, have you ever tried? He's like, I've been trying this whole time.
I've been trying for years. For years, I
Is that
tried.
what
It
you're
just
doing right now? I see that. Like, is that what you're
so
doing?
I can grow. I can grow a beard.
It's great for men in there.
It's
It's
what
great.
happened. I had like a couple of years where I could grow a beard, and then now what was patches turned to gray. You can't see it. You can't see it. It's just dumb.
It blends in.
It's dumb. Yeah, it's just dumb. It's dumb.
You can
And I
do
got like
someone
some
I
like
know and just hit it with a permanent marker.
Stop.
so I wouldn't mind doing that, but somebody would bust me, and then it would get stupid. I've got like these
You gotta do it a
eyebrow
little
hair.
bit at a time.
You could do it, but then like there's a lot of gray now, and then my eyebrows have done this thing where like I've always had like light eyebrows, but I figured maybe like as I got older they would fill in or something like that. No, they just get longer. Like they just literally just get longer, and so it's like, do you pluck them? But I wouldn't have anything there, so like, do I
Just
cut
cut 'em.
them? Like what?
Trim 'em.
Like, what do you do? It's terrible.
You know
It's
what? I
terrible.
don't
My
feel
poor
so
wife.
bad now because this morning I had to trim them because they were tickling my eyelids.
Yes. Okay. Yes. They take your
It's
eyelids.
not a thing,
or-
bro.
I was like,
Yo,
"What the-
If you can
yeah,
twist them,
Joey,
like,
what is
pull them
this?
out.
You wait, Joey. It's gonna blind you. They get in your eyesight, and you'll be like, wait, what is
Dude,
that?
Look at
What is
that
in the-
possums on my face.
It'll tickle you.
It'll be,
It's
yes,
like-
it'll tickle you.
it's
It'll be in the
annoying.
way. You can't see anything. You'll be like, what is this?
Is that a floater? Or is
it's
that
an
one of
eye.
my hairs again?
It's an
You
eyebrow.
try to pull it and it's attached to your face.
Yes, it's like pulling,
Oh, those are
it's
the
like
worst
pulling
ones.
your head off. To pull
Yeah.
them off is like, you remember what was the show with Jim Carrey and he had the green face? Was that called The
Oh,
Mask?
Mask.
Mask.
The mask. That was such a
Pulling
good one. Yeah.
an eyebrow off is like pulling the
Mask.
mask off. It's insanely difficult, man. They're beasts.
Oh my God.
They don't want to let go.
They're in there.
Christ, bro, I haven't thought about the mask in years.
Oh gosh,
Show your
my
age.
face
Great movie.
hurts.
It was a great movie. But all right, guys, I think that should do it for the episode. All right, thank you guys for watching. Another episode being here with us, obviously for the Dad Pack. We come out every other week. I don't know if I told y'all that, but yeah, this we're doing every other week instead of every week now. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook. Please go check our Instagram out. That's where we have our link tree and all of our stuff inside there. And I think that's it until next week or the week after. All right. See y'all
Thanks for
later.
having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, guys.
Back news.
News. Thank you.